game.
Creighton definitely needs to figure out an answer for Jack Wang, and now he has Kaiser Pulser with him.
That exchange, Jack Wang takes the catch.
Pulser with the beat on the far side.
There's another exchange in the back, leading to a Texas chaser on another fast break. And that one is into number 4, but number 4 is taken down quick. That was number 16 on the fast break before the pass. DME looking to make a move. Has to get around a beater. Makes a wild overthrown pass, but it is caught before it gets out of bounds.
Cooley dropped his broom trying to dodge that beat.
Texas so far has put in a dominant performance. 20-0. Number 16. Yeah, I can't.
4 minutes of game time has elapsed.
Yeah, that's Daniel Sialm there.
All right, number 16. Sialm over the top, back into the corner, over to number 6, who's down the keeper headband, is beat by Chang. DME is able to pick it up. DME is not able to block the bludger.
Creighton briefly had control there, but they have lost it in that exchange.
That's number 20, Casey Beavers, on this side, along with number 16.
Davis Rowe with the quaffle at center, a keeper now, one of those fourth-year players I mentioned earlier.
Yes, Davis Rowe, one of the key figures in this Texas program. Davis Rowe makes a move. Davis Rowe over the top to Casey Beavers behind, and it's stripped away by Golay.
That was a great move by Texas on the inside there. Rowe driving in, perfect pass to Beavers, just didn't fall in her favor.
All right, so the Texas lead remains 20-0. Creighton needs to settle things down, be able to get some kind of action through this Texas zone. Chang stays back as Mayhem makes a move around the outside, takes a shot on the high hoop, does not go in. There's a scrum for the quaffle in the back corner. Both chasers collide, and there is a stoppage as the referees try to decide if there is a penalty, and we want to make sure everyone is all right on the field.
Sialm went down there for the grab of the ball, but unfortunately ran directly into the Manny, who didn't have possession of it yet. At least that's what I saw from my angle. We'll see what the referees say.
Yes. Off-ball fouls like that in Quidditch is not allowed. Looks like there will be a call. Chris Lecomte reaching for the goal is good.
And so that is a yellow card for Sialm, as we've just heard from Chris Lecomte, charging a player without the ball.
The time served will be negated because of the goal. However, that is a yellow card under number 16, and it does take the score, Texas 20, Creighton 10. Texas 30.
Texas now does have a player in the box, and I think the quaffle is in the hands of Creighton.
So I want to adjust that score. That's 30-10, Texas in the lead. I cannot see through the player in the box, so if one of you other folks in the box here can let us know. This is Davis Rowe, number 6, with the quaffle running up the field.
Rowe directing traffic here, although high pressure from Creighton.
Number 32 comes off. Broom, I'm not sure if that beat hit, but 32 is out. Davis Rowe is able to pick up the mess. Davis Rowe across to number 22, and number 22,
Leaf
McFadden puts it home. They were in the perfect position.
Mental mistake there from Creighton. They got Texas to drop the quaffle, but none of their quaffle players recovered it, and Davis Rowe comes in from behind the play. Meanwhile, in the bludger game, Seta Morimoto has subbed in for the first time as a beater for Creighton.
And that score does make it 40-10, Texas in the lead.
Morimoto in spells bad news for Texas, I think.
Right now, Creighton needs anything to spell bad news for Texas. Number 16 being gigantic and being right in my line of sight spells bad news to this commentator.
Goulet with a great one-handed snag.
Goalie is able to catch it and put it through to make it 40-20. Creighton making a move.
No bludgers back for Creighton after a Morimoto missed beat on the last offense.
Davis Rowe taking advantage. Up the center. Davis Rowe all alone through the middle-sized hoop on the far side.
Clay, we
50,
saw this.
20.
Sorry for speaking over you, Clay. We saw this time and again in the Creighton Tufts matchup. Morimoto misses a beat, and then there's no bludgers back for Creighton, leading to some fast breaks.
Morimoto playing that aggressive style in every moment that Morimoto is on the pitch.
And he's
now,
able to win control.
DME trying to make a move. DME gets it over the Texas defender. That is what we need to see from DME.
The other half of the coin there for Morimoto, making plays, clearing the lane, and DME with the easy bucket.
50-30.
Huge destruction by the beaters, by Morimoto on the Texas beaters. Complete disruption, and now Nemani subbing in at beater. I watched a game at regionals where she played for 30 straight minutes with no loss of any power or control or anything. It was incredible.
Davis Rowe gets the pass off to number 36. Number 32. Number 32 just moves all the way through Ryan Mayo.
That's Will Christo on the dunk and big hit there.
What I loved about that play from 32, what was his name, Matt?
Will Christo.
Will Christo. He put the bucket through. He got hit. He hit the ground, and he celebrated. He didn't care about that hit. He just loved his goal.
That goal makes it 60-30. Texas in the lead. Everything is called good. Players are going to be allowed to play. Mayo carrying the quaffle quickly. Passes to number 58. Number 58 with a head of steam. Lets it go, but it is called no good. Rolls off the side of the hoop, and Texas cleans it up. Stoppage.
Potential injury stoppage there. He was down on the ground for just a little bit. Seems to be okay, walking off his own power.
That is Jonah Kia, who was trying to use a lot of power to get through. Unfortunately wound up on the ground. The toss up of the shot rolls off the outside edge of the hoop, and it remains 60-30, Texas in the lead.
And Joe Gooley's rest is cut short right back into the game for that injury sub.
Creighton with a high pressure look, maintaining bludger control right now.
Davis Rowe looking for another lane, gets it across to Christo on this side. Christo is met immediately by Mayo. Mayo with a great strip, but there was an AR hand up, but it looks like the hand has been pulled down. Merrick Ellis has come out with the quaffle. Merrick Ellis looking for a teammate, looking to make a move around Rowe. Rowe has none of it. Merrick Ellis throws it up to Golay. Golay is immediately beat.
That's Kaiser Polzin on that beat there.
Polzin and Bevers now win as the beater duo for UT.
And Josh Johnson, number 0, comes back in. (60-30), Texas in the lead. Josh Johnson looking. Josh Johnson moving to the key. Missed beat. Josh Johnson makes a move. Josh Johnson around. Tries to knock it through the top hoop. It is no good. Creighton covers up. Toby March, assistant referee behind the goals, has a hand up on this, though, and there is a conversation.
Yeah, just a quick small miss there. Johnson tries to do a little shake into the center and pulls up at the small hoop. Unfortunately, it didn't fall for him.
Now everyone is back on. Mejio with the quaffle. Creighton wants to make another run.
Morimoto subbing out Max Chang back into this game.
Want to shout out these Texas beaters who do have control, command in the middle of the pitch. Very hard for Creighton to find any gaps.
Texas in a bit of a 2-2 set right now for their defense.
Good block from Bevers and a good catch from Chang.
And now, the drive by DME. I hear a whistle as DME is on the drive.
That is Creighton's offense, though. They want to get all the bludgers on the ground and allow their chasers to score themselves.
And it looks like Mercick Ellis is receiving a blue card for this one. Illegal procedure. I didn't quite catch what the illegal procedure was, but it looks like Mercick Ellis is going to spend some more time in the box.
Yeah, the blue card will not stack, so this will just be 1 minute or until Texas scores a goal with DME in the box, but that puts Creighton down a player with Texas looking for another fast break. I see all of the Creighton players other than Mayo is the only one who is on a broom that is even remotely possible in this play. It's going to be a long run for Texas, but we all know they can do it. Here it goes.
Multiple bludgers down.
Christo across. Oh, it's not complete. Number 10 drops, but that is a great cleanup by
That was Johnson on that.
Johnson.
Yeah, the mishandled pass there by Schultholz, unfortunate. However, Texas was right there, ready to pick it back up.
70-30. Mayo carrying the quaffle. That goal does get DME back on the pitch. But Creighton does not want to continue to give up goal after goal after goal to this Texas squad.
Great beater placement there by Creighton.
Yep, Creighton is able to win control on that exchange.
Mayo looking for a lane, tries to get the ball through the middle-sized hoop, is unable to do so, and Johnson falls on it. But there is another stoppage in play. Mayo is down.
Mejia is down. I believe this is an injury stoppage.
Took a hard run on that right side of the medium hoop, went for the jump shot, but took Johnson directly to the chest on that hit.
And
Meanwhile, in the beater game, Creighton was able to win control there with a good beat from Chang. It is going to be key for them. They've been able to force some press situations on UT in the very few opportunities they've had control on defense. So we'll see if they can maintain it for a few possessions here instead of losing it quickly.
Mayo is able to come off the pitch. Number 48 for Creighton coming in at keeper. That is Goulet.
Every time they sub him off, he's had to come right back onto the pitch as an injury sub.
Johnson still has the quaffle right in front of the Texas hoops. Texas with a sub. Gonze comes back in, number 1. Davis Rowe, number 6, comes back in. There is a missed beat, number 3. Polson also misses a beat. And then there is a move, Davis Rowe along the left side. Davis Rowe all the way across the pitch. Number 10 moves around one Creighton defender. Beat is missed. Moves around a second Creighton defender, but the errant pass is picked up by DME in the middle of the Texas hoops.
Schultholz was doing a lot of legwork there on the far side, trying to feed that pass in to his chaser on the near hoop. However, Mercigala sniffed it out, intercepted it immediately.
Big number 58, Jonah Key, back in for Creighton. Has been back in for a little while, so that injury not a big problem. DME tries to make a move. DME with a touch shot, unable to fall. This is another fast break opportunity for Texas, but they see that
Chang does have a bludger back.
Chang does have a bludger back, and now number 51 also has a bludger back.
Lauren Curry.
That is Lauren Curry. So both bludgers kind of sneakily back into the play from Creighton, slows this Texas squad down. Davis Rowe making a move. Davis Rowe over to Gonze and in. That makes it 80-30. Texas having their way with Creighton so far in this game.
Really,
what do you think that
Curtis Taylor signals for timeout for Creighton?
And there's the timeout. This is exactly what I was about to ask. Dwyer, what is it that you think that Creighton can do to be able to stop this dominant fast break performance from Texas?
I think they've got to maintain bludger control. It's as simple as that. They're trying really hard to move bludgers on offense. They're hitting some of their targets, but they're missing a lot too. And while one of the beaters needs to go run down the other bludger, Texas is able to create that turnover, or if Mercer Ellis misses a shot, they're able to pick it up and run back the other way. That's killing them. It's simply killing them right now.
Keegan, you have anything to add?
If I am Creighton, I agree with Dwyer. Be more conservative with your bludgers. However, I don't think that's what's being said in the huddle. Curtis Taylor has run this Creighton team all year to be as aggressive as possible. He's lived by it. He's died by it. And I think in the finals game, you got to let it ride. I mean, this is what got you here. And I just don't think it's in the DNA of these Creighton beaters to not throw all the time.
Well, this Texas team says if you're going to die by it, you're going to die.
Yeah. We'll see. In their semifinal game, Creighton had a pretty bad run of a lot of missed beats, and it didn't hurt them that badly. Then they started making the beats, and they immediately were able to hop out of that deficit. So we'll see if they can do that here against UT.
And we have restarted play after the timeout. Let's see if that timeout settles this Creighton team down. Creighton not able to do what they are best at so far in this game and have made a lot of missed beats. DME missing shots. Golay missing shots, having to come back in and be tired. Number 77 on this side is Namani,
who's already logged a lot of minutes in this game as a beater.
And once again, lost ball for Creighton behind the hoops. Davis Rowe on a fast break, passes over to this side. That is a hard hit on number 7.
That's Olivo there. Olivo?
And there is a cleanup and a attempt at cleanup and a stoppage of play over by the Texas hoops.
We can tell that Curtis wasn't listening to my commentary because exactly what I said is exactly what they did once more on that play.
Yep, I believe here the call is Kaiser Polson actually beat DME, and I think he didn't let go of the ball because he was on his own hoops. I think he thought it was friendly fire. He had no idea UT's beaters were going to be up that far in the pitch.
UT's beaters on top of this. Davis Rowe comes away with the quaffle. We'll have the quaffle. The very large contingent of Creighton's team right in front will probably be looking to pass that quaffle out. Possibly Uganze up here at the top of the key seems to be open. That is a yellow card on Chang, number 62, the beater for Creighton.
Illegal contact from behind, and you really hate to see that. Beater fouls, I feel that you feel them more than chaser fouls when they're off the field.
Yep, Chang received 2 yellow cards in the span of about 90 seconds in the Creighton game against Tufts earlier, and it really hurt Creighton.
Davis Rowe ready to get this either a hard angle on a shot or probably a pass off.
Actually, Davis Rowe is beat.
Davis Rowe was being
the ball is being
that's
Olivo there with the quaffle.
Yes. Davis Rowe had it a moment ago. Did Olivo take it himself? I could not tell.
He did.
There
and
are
Chang
2
should be
players
back in.
right. Yes. Chang,
there
yes,
he
Kim
goes.
Couch makes Chang go. Chang was not going to go.
And Curry actually gets control out of this.
90-30. Creighton really needs to make something happen here. They have not responded well out of their timeout. Jonah Key passes over to this near side. Golay trying to make a move, is unable to do so, and so passes back out again.
And it looks like
all the way
Chang's
across.
gonna
Demi
run.
is unable to catch the pass, but runs it down before it goes out of bounds, or before Davis Rowe can grab it.
Chang is running 1.5 bludger play for Creighton right now, trying to get Bevers, and she's just not
people
having
all
it.
over him, is able to block the bludger, makes a move, makes another move, tries a shot. Once again, it doesn't fall, but the finish.
That's Kea with the finish.
The finish from Kea makes it 90-40. And there is another Texas player down.
Uganze took a big hit there. Kea is a big boy, and that was a big boy move.
And that is something that Creighton is going to have to continue to do in order to get back into this game. 90-40, it's not out of the question for Creighton, but the biggest problem is that Creighton has not been able to make any of their most effective plays into a finish until that goal from Kea.
So that goal
go ahead.
That goal came off, as Dwyer mentioned, a 1.5 being run by Creighton, and that's how they scored a lot of their goals against Tufts. Their whole goal is to get bludgers on the ground and let DME work his magic like he did on that play.
14 minutes, and Uganze is able to come off the field under his own power. Merrick Ellis looking like he might try a press, but this is in the keeper zone, so hopefully he doesn't until the keeper gets out at the very least. No, backing up.
It would be silly for him to do so, and he's got 2 bludgers at his back.
Another exchange between the beaters here on the near side. Texas continues to throw the ball, the quaffle around on their side. This hits Johnson in stride. Johnson going to try to make a move on Golay. DME steps in, and the pass to the back is perfect. Davis Rowe throws it home with a great finish.
Davis Rowe finding the open space there really well. Creighton was tracking that very well. They had him stop. Johnson was not driving there, and Davis Rowe finding that open space, flipping it through, great.
And that makes it 100-40. Texas still with a commanding lead. DME looking. Beaters both beat in the middle. DME once again, just too many Texas defenders. DME unable to make that shot, that same shot that worked so well against Tufts in that fantastic 210-205 finals game just a few minutes ago on pitch 2. This has been nothing like that for Creighton.
Great dodge from Wang.
The pass from Golay is knocked down, is smothered by Manan, and that just leads to Johnson to Davis Rowe. Johnson to Davis Rowe all day long, over and over again. This is why Texas has won World Cup 6, World Cup 7, World Cup 8, USQ Nationals 11. They lost in the finals in USQ Nationals 11 and then won the next year in USQ Nationals 12.
And I think that quick transition was key for them right there. Goulet and Nemani were back and didn't know that he was coming until he was already past them.
DME has not been able to get anything going in this game yet, but it's always possible for DME to get hot. Passes to the back to Golay. Golay's shot is blocked. It is a nice pickup on the far side by Nemani, but is immediately beat, and Texas once again snuffs out that quaffle. Johnson in command in the middle of the pitch. Both beaters at Texas's control, 2 bludgers in the middle of the play. They can do anything they want. What they want to do right now is walk around in the middle of the pitch. And there is a pass. It's a little wide. It's a wide of the short hoop and wide of the chaser who was trying to collect it on the outside, and Golay comes away with it.
A rare misstep from Texas there. The pass down to Sialm was just low and outside.
Can Creighton take advantage of that misstep from Texas? Once again, just another fantastic catch by Jack Wang. DME is finally able to put a goal home. It is 110-50.
No bludgers back for Creighton if Texas wants to run.
And there he goes. Christo goes through one. Christo goes through a second defender. Christo back across the pitch to Johnson, but that bludger gets into the play at the last second. But number 16 is able to pick it up. Golay takes 16 down. The bludger hits him, but Christo is right there. But the assistant referees may call that too much motion on that bludger and are going to give after the beat and are going to give that quaffle back to Creighton.
Yeah, I agree. I believe that was the right call to make.
That was some good lockdown defense by Creighton there. Morimoto got himself, excuse me.
Yep, that is Morimoto.
Morimoto. Got himself back into the play as soon as Johnson received it up top, and then the rest of the quaffle line played lockdown defense, not allowing them to get anywhere near the hoop.
110-50. Merck Ellis finally able to get a dunk through last time. Will that heat up this player? Mayo tries to block the incoming bludger in the back corner, unable to do so, steps out of bounds, and Texas once again, Christo comes out with the quaffle. Christo into the middle. That's Johnson. Johnson looking for a cutting player. 16 is a possibility. 32 Christo on this side. There's another pass back to Johnson right here.
Weird little side hand shot there.
Yeah, that is not the decision that I think Texas wants. That's too kind of not Texas vintage shots as they continue to have a big lead in this game, but are playing a little bit sloppier than we're used to.
We have now hit the 19-minute mark.
19 minutes. Creighton really needs to put a goal on the board. Merk Ellis back to Mayo. Beater exchange. Finally, Jack Wang not catching the ball. Back to Merk Ellis on this side. There is a drop, but Merk Ellis is able to recover. And
Jack Wang comes up with a bludger and makes the turnover, even though he lost that exchange earlier with Morimoto.
Sialm over to Cristo on this near side. Nice beat.
Between Curry and Morimoto, they're locking it down right now, creating that turnover.
All right, Mayo. At this point, there's just a few seconds left. So Mejio across to Merk Ellis. This will, Texas is trying to make it, trying to get one more possession out of it. But this is the 20-minute mark. So this means this will be the last possession before the break. Will Creighton be able to put a goal on the board? That shot is not good and out of bounds.
This is going to be a very interesting decision that Chris Lecompte and his ARs have to make about which players are in possession of the 3 bludgers. As you can see on the far right side, all 4 beaters in this game standing on top of bludgers. Some balls are being thrown right up into the whistle, and I'm not sure how that's going to shake up when we go back into play.
So we have reached the 20-minute mark. First, let us get our sponsorship information out of the way. We have a couple great partners here for us. First of all, Hit Your Mark Productions, helping us with all the production on the live stream. This is really, really nice work from them. And then VC Ultimate, our partner in apparel, has, again, still, I don't know if it's still open, but there is a tent here at the US Quidditch Nationals 2022 with some fantastic merchandise that you can go buy. If it is closed or you are watching us at home on Twitch, then please go to the US Quidditch website, look at shop, take a look at some of that merchandise and take it home with you, or go straight to the VC Ultimate website. All right, now let's talk about set score. Matt Dwyer.
You want me to do math? You
I
want me
do
to do
want you
math
to do
live
math.
on the internet?
I do want you to do math live on the internet.
I think I can. If we're at 110 to 50, if I'm reading this score right, then I believe that leaves us at 180 as our set score.
All right. So I'd like to get confirmation from the score table that it is 110 to 50. Perfect. 110 to 50. Set score is 180. Is correct. We have confirmed Dwyer's math.
Phew.
All right. Keegan, what does Creighton need to do here to bring us back from this pretty large deficit? 6 goals.
Creighton needs to do something they haven't done this whole Nationals tournament, and that is catch a snitch. That is going to be vital. If they catch a snitch, they will cut their deficit in half, but they have not done that all weekend. Now, they haven't had to all weekend, but really they need to here, and it would be a great time for a first catch.
I think if they try to put their beaters into that snitch game, they are going to wind up getting trounced with goal after goal after goal from this Texas squad.
It's really going to have to be a lot more discipline from Morimoto and Curry, because right now what I'm seeing in the Quaffle game when they're coming up on offense, it's not enough discipline to get this catch.
And we are back out there. Davis Rowe with the Quaffle in the middle of the field. These Seekers will be heading out right now. So the set score of 180, whichever team does hit 180 first will be the winner of this game and will be crowned college champion, college division champion of US Quidditch for the 2021-2022 season.
Creighton with the stop.
There is a stoppage.
Davis Rowe here is going to get a card for swatting a bludger.
Out of the hand of number 45.
No, but he was beat,
Oh,
and
it
then
was just too much.
he swatted it in frustration.
You never like to see a card in Snitch on pitch, but if it's a blue card on your keeper, you know what? There are worse things.
Crucial stop from Creighton. Let's see if they can convert on offense.
It is still 110 to 50.
Polson and Bevers in at beater for Texas. they're splitting their bludgers between the quaffle and the seeker game.
DME tries to make a move, is able to get by the bludgers, is able to take a shot on that tall hoop, and finally one of those shots goes in. That is now 110-60. Creighton starting their long road to crawling their way back.
I think that's what Creighton's been waiting for all game, is no bludgers so that DME can just do what he does best.
At seeker for Texas, I see Will Spencer, who has just brought tremendous energy all weekend long. Every time Spencer has come out onto the pitch, and it's still happening now. Just a lot of enthusiasm. I saw Spencer catch the snitch for Texas earlier today in their game against Cal, which they won 185-50, but was a lot closer before that Spencer snitch catch. The referees have finished their conference. Johnson with the quaffle in the middle of the field, ready to go. Still 110-60. Johnson over to the far side. That pass is deflected, but still makes it to Johnson. It gets back to Rowe in the middle. Rowe going through defenders. Rowe cutting. Rowe driving. Rowe unstopped. 120-60.
He recognized as soon as those beaters went on the ground, Curry was unable to get to her bludger in time. Just a quick cut to the center and then back to the center hoop, and easy goal.
Meanwhile, in the snitch game, UT is using their age-old tactic of defensive seeking if the opposing seeker is in the area, and only attempting to catch if they know it's a one-on-one opportunity with the snitch.
Mayo to Merrick Ellis. Merrick Ellis looking for a lane. Merrick Ellis goes by two defenders. Merrick Ellis puts it home. However, there is a stoppage. Michael Clark-Pulner talking with Chris Lecomte, bringing in the goal referee from the far side.
There's also a UT injury on their keeper.
The goal is good, just to confirm. That does make it 120-70.
Looks like we've got a Texas player injured. They're being checked out right now.
What were you saying about the seeker kicking?
So UT has this strategy that they've run for quite a few years now, where if the seekers from both teams are next to the snitch, they will defensive seek no matter what. However, if they are on a one-on-one with the snitch, let's say the other seeker was beat out, that's when they try to catch. So it's not that they're trying to defensive seek the whole time, it's just when it's a two-on-one against the snitch, because they don't want the chaos created by two-on-one to give the other team an opportunity to catch.
They're still working on the Texas player.
I think that snitch strategy is incredibly smart, especially in this scenario when you know the other team is dangerous, you know the other team has many athletes that they can throw at the snitch. It doesn't matter what their record is in catching snitches today. They know that they can do it. I think that that's a smart play, and that could be the difference here, because you never want to hoist yourself by your own petard, distracting the snitch and allowing the other team to catch.
Johnson is able to walk off the field under his own power. Uganze comes in at keeper to spell the injured Texas keeper.
And that goal right before the stoppage was confirmed as a good goal.
It is 120-70. Uganze is going to hand off to Davis Rowe immediately. Davis Rowe is going to attempt to run. There are no bludgers or chasers back. There was an attempted snipe beat. It is not good. Davis Rowe moves too far. Davis Rowe gets it back to Uganze, who dunks it home. 130 to 70. 180, if you remember, is the set score. Texas now only 5 away.
Mejio and Mercigelis really wanted to double team Rowe there, and they completely forgot about Uganze coming up the field. That was great heads up play by Rowe to be able to get it outside of the two defenders to score.
Mayo taking a look. Is wrapped by Manham. Able to get the ball out. DME at the top of the key. Oh, the snitch catch. The snitch tail falls off. DME taken down by Davis Rowe. DME trying to curtle on the ball. All kinds of players over there. Beaters have an exchange in the middle. Number 51 for Creighton, Lauren Curry uses the opportunity to try to get both bludgers back, but Davis Rowe has still got a lane. Davis Rowe is headed straight for those hoops. Davis Rowe tries, Mayo tries desperately to stop. Davis Rowe gets it behind to
Leaf McFadden with the cleanup and dunk there.
They were all over that.
And I want to point out that that whole exchange started when Polson came in to clear out the entire pile. Half the Creighton team was beat, and Texas was able to go on a run there.
That makes it 140-70. Only 4 goals for another Texas championship. Merrick Ellis taking a look. Thinks about passing it.
Misbeat from Chang.
Davis Rowe tight. Polson pushes between Davis Rowe and Polson with the bludger. DME just takes the reset. Spencer comes wildly at the Snitch. Now, DME makes a move, spin, and dunk. 140-80. If DME had been doing that early in the game, then I think this would be much closer.
I think the key difference there is that the beaters were on the ground.
Uganzi trying to make a move. Uganzi gets by DME, gets it over into the corner.
Great wrap from Nemani.
Winds up in the hands of Christo after hitting a couple players in the hands, and Christo slams it home. There is a stoppage of play. If that goal is called good, it would be 150-80 in favor of Texas.
It was a great wrap-up by Nemani. The problem was there were 3 other Texas players in the area.
Yeah.
And it's a pass around to the outside, over to McFadden, and then over to Christo for the final goal.
The goal is called good. That makes it 150-80. That means that Texas is only 3 goals away. If Spencer is able to get that catch, that will win the game for them. Mayo looks for a lane. Mayo gets by number 4. Mayo around the back of the hoops, misses the shot on the middle-sized hoop. And there is a possible catch by Golay.
That may have been after the whistle. I'm not quite sure about that.
Christian Barnes throwing the hands, saying that it is no good. Golay.
I did not see the catch. I'm not sure if either of you did, Clay or Dwyer. I was actually, the quaffle had come to the commentary booth, so I was trying to stop it at the whistle there.
I unfortunately didn't get a good look at it. However, the referees are conferencing to see.
They want to know the timing. They got to be talking about the timing. When was the whistle? When was the catch? What was the order of operations? Lecomte calls off the catch. Golay deflated.
So now there should be a Texas inbound right here in front of us, as Mejio's shot kind of floored it.
And while
Yes.
that's a bad break for Creighton, I think it should give Goulet and the rest of the Creighton bench a lot of hope that he's caught the Snitch once. Now he can do it again. He knows he can do it. And he knows, hopefully, what move worked for him.
Gonzi gets to the quaffle, falls down. It's a little slippery out here. There have been a lot of games out here today. Christo making another move. DME steps up on him, falls down in the back. Gets the quaffle out. The quaffle rolls, does not go out of bounds. It is going to be a reset for Texas.
Bevers and Curry were on the ground wrestling for, I want to say, about 30 seconds before Jack Wang was finally able to come in and beat out Curry.
There is going to be a call in the bludger game, possibly against Texas. What is this? It would be key. Set score is 180. Current score 150-80. Michael Clark-Polner having a conversation with Uganzi. The rest of the refs talking in the middle of the field. Creighton taking the opportunity to get some water.
I was about to say I'm a little bit surprised that Curtis Taylor's on the sideline. I'm surprised he's not using this as an impromptu timeout. He's already used his. I'm surprised he's not on the field talking to his players, helping them make adjustments, letting them know how they can get back into this game.
Once again, when we saw Creighton coming back in that game against Tufts, that is exactly what Taylor did. But this Texas team, it just gets in your head.
And that's an illegal charge, illegal physical contact on the seeker.
On Golay.
Possibly the result of that UT defensive seeker tactic.
You don't see a lot of illegal charges from seekers. It's not a common foul.
As someone who spent 10 years on ref team, I would like us to get those ref signals a little clearer. We do want them to put it on the team that fouled that they should point to, but that's okay. We'll get there eventually. Cristo is beat. And DME is beat from behind as he tries to pick up the ball.
No bludgers back for Creighton.
Manham passes it off to Cristo in the center. Cristo running up with Beavers. Cristo to the outside.
And
Cristo
a Texas
far to
catch.
the outside.
A
That's
Texas
stop.
catch.
A Texas catch would mean the win. If this catch is good, Texas is for the 5th time tying Middlebury, your Quidditch, US Quidditch national champion.
You can hear the chants of Texas fight from the crowd as the referees are conferencing on the snitch catch.
The catch is good. University of Texas is the champion, 185-80.
Death, taxes, and the University of Texas winning national championships.
That's really all that can be said.
But let's not forget, we're coming off a pandemic. Congratulations to all the UT players, but especially the 90% of them for whom this is their first championship. This was not written in stone. Those players put in the work. They have many, many first-year players on their roster, and they are keeping that UT legacy alive.
And also, let's not forget Creighton. These are two great programs. Creighton with a fantastic team making the finals here. Their B team, Blue Jay Quidditch, also making it far in bracket play today. Creighton has nothing but high heights in the future.
Creighton also, I think we really want to point out how young this team is. I'm looking down the roster here. Do you know how many times the word rookie is written? This team is not going anywhere. You're going to see them back and better than ever next year. I'm almost certain of it.
And next year, if they make it back to this game, you will see a different outcome. Maybe not in the final score, but definitely in the early game, because Creighton knows that they can play. They have now been here on the biggest stage in Quidditch. But here it is, your national champions, once again for the 5th time, tying Middlebury, the University of Texas, Texas Quidditch. This has been Clay Dockery with Keegan, Remy Miller, and Matt Dwyer. I think that's it for us. Any final words?
Very excited for both of these programs and look forward to see what they do in the future.
Congrats to UT.
And let's sign off.